Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Right now on GMSA, businesses on the St. Mary's Strip holding on to hope for a grant through the city of San Antonio. What they say could happen if it's approved.
Plus, East Central High School students will soon graduate with the firefighter certification and basic EMT certification. How one program at the school is helping them get that.
Yeah, let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Can't see too much from this perspective, but could be a beautiful day. Could it look like yesterday? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But for now, good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Sunday. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So yesterday, as we alluded to, picture perfect out there.
Beautiful.
Soak in all the sun?
Absolutely. Went to a shopping center and made my husband walk about half a mile to a store. He was like, why don't we drive? I said, no, we are walking because it was so beautiful. Right. And, you know, once
San Antonio. This is 410 at Austin Highway. Low visibility there. Again, some of these cameras, but then look at that 281 at 1604, fine visibility. It just depends on where the cameras are and also how far up they are into the atmosphere. 281 at Grayson looking okay, but 37 at Cesar Chavez, you can see there's a little bit of fog there off in the distance as well. Yes, some of these cameras are very difficult to see because of the fog. There we go, another one, 1604 at Pat Booker. And this is a look at the picture right now around San Antonio. Areas where the fog is very dense include Hondo, where visibility is down to zero. Visibility down to zero in New Braunfels. Even at GMSA Randolph near Converse, visibility less than a quarter of a mile. Visibility at a quarter of a mile at Stinson, and less than that down in Pleasanton, 3/4 of a mile in Bernie. And so we do have a dense fog advisory in place until 9 a.m. for all the counties you see here in gray. It has been extended to include areas along 35, including Bexar County, and even into Medina County. So again, this fog is expected to lift though, and that it's going to be a totally sunny day. This fog will lift by 10, and we'll be looking at mostly sunny skies by noon, 74, 82 degrees for the high temperature this afternoon. And then even tonight, it's going to be pretty mild with temperatures still in the 70s after sunset. Coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about how humidity is going to be with us just about all week. And there is a question mark in the middle of the week regarding the front on Wednesday. Those details ahead in just a bit. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Along the St. Mary's Strip, they're hopeful a grant will help them keep their doors open with the ongoing construction project. The owners of the Candlelight, Poorhouse, and Tycoon Flats both applied for the City of San Antonio's COVID-19 Construction Recovery Grants program, which closed the end of February. The city will give away $3.74 million, the money coming from the COVID relief funding. So a business can get up to $35,000 to qualify. Businesses need to be within one of 15 construction areas. They need to have been established before January 1st of 2021 and show a $10,000 loss of revenue between 2021 and 2022.
People have been resilient and they're trying to come, but it's hard because they don't know how to read all of the signs.
People love Candlelight. And I'm hoping to still be here even after this is here, but hoping and praying.
On the city's website, it shows money could come as early as March 20th. The amount awarded to each business will be determined based on a scoring methodology. We have that breakdown right now on KSAT.com.
Well, rural fire departments, they're struggling enough to find certified candidates. Young women in East Central Fire Science Program, they're actually stepping up, trying to fill that gap. So when these East Central High School students cross the graduation stage, they're not only going to have a diploma, they're also going to have a firefighter certificate and basic EMT certification. The captain and all the lieutenants of the Fire Science Program, they're all young women. So some women feel like they may be too small to do this job, but these women, well, they say they find a way to get it done. They're held to the same standards as their partners, performing the same tasks with the same heavy gear, but they find strength in each other.
I can't do it by myself, and Greenlee can't do it by herself. We'll definitely lift it together. But we won't ask anybody else to lift it because we look at each other and we're like, we have to do that.
Instructors for the Fire Science Program say the class is a pipeline to staffing small fire departments across our community. Right now, 2 students are on the waiting list to to be hired when they walk that graduation stage. Well, the San Antonio Food Bank, a vital part of our community for so many families, and through various economic conditions, the national policy changes, and so much being thrown at the food bank, they've reacted accordingly.
So joining us today's Leading SA segment is Melanie McGuire, Chief Program Officer. Good morning, Melanie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Now, Melanie, we alluded to policy changes, specifically the SNAP benefits changes. What should families watching this across Texas, what should they know about this change?
Yeah, so for the past 2 years, many families have benefited from emergency allotment, so additional funds that they were able to leverage through the SNAP program. And that funding has ended at the end of February. So for many families, this means a recalibration of their benefits. And at minimum, we're seeing families lose $90 to $100, but that can be even larger for some of our larger families. So it is really difficult during this time for families to adjust to that new SNAP benefit rate, and it's affecting the food bank.
So what impact has the food bank seen or is expecting to see?
Yeah, so toward the end of 2022, we already saw our food lines get longer. Certainly, the impact of grocery prices on families and rent and utilities meant that families had to stretch their budgets, and oftentimes they were having to choose between food or paying basic utility or rental needs. And so we anticipate that's going to continue here in the early parts of 2023 as families are now once again having to combat these very, very difficult decisions.
Oh, Melanie, I recently got a letter from the food bank in the mail. It said urgent, and some of the stats on there were jarring. It said 105,000 people every week coming to the food bank. Now, what does the need still look like in and around our community? And have you seen those lines regress from that 105,000 person mark?
Yeah, to put it in perspective, before the pandemic, the San Antonio Food Bank was serving about 60,000 families a week in our communities. And so, during the height of the pandemic, we saw a doubling effect. And now we're still at a very elevated rate for many of our families. So it does mean longer lines. It does mean that, that there are different needs that families are having now. And we're not only a food bank that's trying to help folks in that emergency, but we also do a lot of education. And so we have programs for workforce and job training programs, nutrition education. And so we're really trying to help families amongst various facets of food insecurity.
So if anyone is interested in stepping up and helping out, how can they do so? What are you guys looking for?
Yeah, so folks do want to help. We're encouraging them to visit our website, safoodbank.org. There's lots of opportunities we could use your support in right now, particularly to serve that elevated need. All of our volunteer opportunities on our website. You can host a food drive or donate a monetary donation, and all of those would be very much appreciated as we help our San Antonio families.
All right, Melanie, last question for you, and it's going to be a complex one. We talk about these ever-evolving economic situations that you guys have to deal with on a seemingly day-to-day basis. In terms of why the lines at the food bank haven't gone down, how important are these inflation numbers not only to the families that you're serving, but also the food that you're buying?
Yeah, anytime we see an increased need, it means that we're trying to get as much nutritious food on the tables of many of our families. And, the food markets have been, you've seen them in the grocery store. They've been kind of sporadic, right? And so we've seen the impacts of inflation, but we've also seen the impacts of the food supply chain. And so oftentimes we're at the mercy of, what's going to come in to make sure that we can get that food out. So it's really, really important if you have the opportunity to host a food drive, if your company wants to do something to step up, because we know it's going to take a community effort to be able to supply this need.
Well, Melanie, thank you so much for joining us this morning. For our viewers, if you want to see this interview in its entirety, you can head to KSAT.com later this morning.
All right, time now, 8:09, 54 degrees out.
Okay, a set of twins. They are making history in the shipping industry. What they are doing that makes them the first, that's still ahead.
And not only is Town's personality created by small businesses that help build it up, but its economy, its dollars are as well. Jonathan Cotto entering the studio right now. He's standing by explaining how you can help out our local small businesses.
54 degrees at 8:09. Let's check out the visibility there.
Not much.
There's that patchy fog that Sarah Spivey was talking about. Some areas of our city seeing it, some areas really not. She's going to have our forecast when we come back.
Good morning and welcome back. Here at KSAT here in San Antonio, we love our small businesses. 46.4%, yeah, we're getting exact this morning. 46.4% of all people are employed by small business owners. And in 2021, small businesses, they added almost 500,000 jobs to the U.S. economy. And it was reported that 48% of each purchase at local small businesses, they were recirculated back into our economy.
Our Jonathan Gotha reports on the best ways to support these hidden gems that are the backbone to so many in our communities. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max. You're absolutely right. Those local businesses are gems, and they are the backbone to our community. From the finer things to the fun things and all the things in between, you can find everything at a locally run small town shops. Now, according to the Small Business Administration, small businesses accounted for 2/3 of jobs administered and 43% of the U.S. GDP. Experts say there are plenty of ways you can keep small businesses in your community growing. First up, visit your local farmers market. Businesses often pay fees to reserve booths. Supporting them helps turn a payment into profit. Now, 9 out of 10 people check online reviews before making a purchase, and many minority small businesses were hit especially hard by the pandemic. Black-owned businesses experienced a 41% drop in business. And to find a minority-owned business near you, you can check out the Small Business Administration's directory. Now, the money you spend at small businesses goes back into your own community, our community. Small businesses donated 250% more money than big businesses did to local charities and nonprofit organizations. So if you need any more reason to shop locally, there you have it. Max and Sarah.
All right.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you so much. And speaking of small businesses, today could be a good day to walk around, enjoy some of our San Antonio small businesses?
Absolutely. It's going to be a great day outside, in spite of the fact that it has started off pretty foggy for some areas out there. But this was to be expected. Some fog in the morning, but total sunshine this afternoon. I want to go ahead and take a look at the satellite imagery. You can actually see overnight the fog developing around San Antonio and spreading along that I-35 corridor. In fact, this satellite imagery is so powerful that you can actually see the nooks and crannies of the hill country there with the light of the day as that fog settles in and across the river valleys in east central Texas rather, just north of Houston. So we do have some areas of fog out there right now. As we take a look outside with a live camera, this picture is actually doing just fine, but you can see that fog there off in the distance. At the airport, visibility is still a perfect 10. The airport is not one of those areas that's experiencing fog right now, but we are seeing fog elsewhere, like out near Hondo, where visibility is down to 1/4 of a mile. Visibility down to 2 miles in Kerrville, down to 1/4 of a mile in New Braunfels. Let's zoom in around San Antonio and see where areas around San Antonio are seeing some fog. Visibility down to 3/4 of a mile up in Bernie, down to 0 at Stinson and in Pleasanton. So that's where we've got some really dense fog. Dense fog also out east toward JBSA Randolph. Near Seguin and New Braunfels, visibility down to 1/4 of a mile. Use those low beams until this fog dissipates, which we expect by about 10:30 around San Antonio. Most of that fog should dissipate. Now, east of San Antonio, it might be a little more stubborn for areas like Seguin, Nixon, Smiley, Gonzales, Floresville, but by noon, all of us are going to be seeing complete sunshine, and it is going to be a warm one for us. Take a look at these forecast highs. Our average high temperature this time of year is 71 rather. We're going to be some 10 degrees warmer than that today. 83 in Hondo, 82 in Castroville, 82 in Poteet, 81 in Seguin, 80 in Bulverde, 80 in Bernie, up in the hill country near to Kerrville, 80 degrees, 80 in Gonzales and Uvalde. You'll be warm at 85 today, closer to 90 the further west you go. As you look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, again, some fog expected until about 10-11, and then we'll see total sunshine. We'll be in the mid-70s by noon, and in the afternoon, low 80s for the high temperature, as I mentioned, 82. We're also going to notice those those winds picking up a little bit later on today from the southeast at about 10 to 15 later on this afternoon. So not terribly breezy, but definitely noticeable. And if you have Sunday night plans, it's going to be pretty mild. Temperatures only falling into the 70s and 60s after sunset. So not necessarily a cool evening. Now, as we take a look at the dew points, the dew points have been steadily rising since yesterday. Right now, they're not too bad, near 50 degrees. Although we are seeing fog out there, it really doesn't become muggy until those dew points get into the 60s. But again, this has been a 10 to 15 to even 20 degree dew point change over the past 24 hours. We've been seeing that Gulf of Mexico moisture work its way back in, and that's going to be particularly noticeable during most of the beginning of this week. High pressure system off to our east, air moves clockwise around a high, so it's going to continue to bring in that very humid weather. By tomorrow morning, downright humid. Not only will we be seeing patchy fog, but we'll also be seeing patchy drizzle. And then on Tuesday morning as well, still maintaining that humidity. Wednesday is going to be an interesting day because we do anticipate a cold front moving through North Texas. How far south that front goes will determine how warm or how cold we are around San Antonio. But right now we've got us forecast at about 80 for the high in San Antonio on Wednesday. If that front could move through, it could be some 20 degrees colder than that. As far as rain chances go this week, Friday is our best shot. Right now we're only looking at isolated storms, but still the potential is there. Coming up in the forecast, we're going to be talking about that iffy front on Wednesday, and we'll go into more detail about the potential storms on Friday as well.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Just about 8:20. 56 degrees out.
All right, popular brand of pop culture collectibles known as Funko Pops are going through some sale troubles. What the company plans on doing to help get them back on track.
I have one on my desk.
So do I.
It's a Michael Jordan one. What's yours?
It's a Scooby-Doo one. Shout out, AZM Burmia, our photographer, gifted those to us.
There you go. Shout out to your dog Scooby, too. All right, let's take a look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 195, Fireball 2, Daily 4, 3342, Fireball 5.
Cash 5, 8, 10, 13, 18, 21, Texas Lotto, 10, 17, 33, 34, 41, 49, and Powerball.
Did you play?
No, I need to because it was, I think, over 200 million. 10, 16, 18, 40, 66, Powerball 16, Power Play 3.
Good morning, welcome back. So it appears a popular brand of pop culture collectibles, they're struggling to sell a product surplus. So Funko, if you haven't seen these, they're very unique, acknowledged the problem to investors this week. The manufacturer, known for its vinyl figurines and bobbleheads, say their inventory is up 48% to a year ago. Funko's warehouse shelves so full that the company admitted to renting storage containers to house the excess supply. To deal with the additional merchandise, the company says they're going to actually eliminate approximately $30 to $36 million worth of these bobblehead figurines.
A set of twins in Atlanta, Georgia are making history at a UPS in Atlanta. So twins Alyssa Strickland and her sister Brittany are the first women at an Atlanta UPS to become on-road supervisors. They train the drivers of the big rigs. The twins said they love their roles as supervisors and they get to ride together to work and even train together. Their supervisor says this year marks 100 years of women in the ranks at UPS. You go, girls.
All right, time now, 8:25, 56 degrees out.
And happy birthday, our GMSA reporter, Alyssa Cole. Aww. She's off this weekend to celebrate her birthday. Happy birthday, Alyssa. You've been a great addition to us here on GMSA on the weekend.
That action shot. Happy birthday, Alyssa. Hopefully you're still asleep. Although 8:25 is not too early. Yeah. Enjoy the weekend.
Okay, still ahead, a victory from the Clark Cougars girls basketball team, and a recap of all of it.
And a pair of parrots flying into a softball field in Florida with the owner is now saying about the birds and all the trouble they cause. Oh my goodness. They're pretty birds though.
Beautiful.
Good morning, happy Sunday, and thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It's Sunday, March 5th.
Nice, crushed it. So yesterday, gorgeous out there. This morning, I turned on social media. I see our own Stephanie Sterno running a half marathon.
Way to go.
Just an easy Saturday morning for Steph.
Sunday, yeah. It's ridiculous, though, Sarah. So if you are out there preparing to run or whatnot, Sarah Spivey, what's it going to look like?
You may run into some fog.
Ah, well done.
Yeah, you know, there are patches of fog around San Antonio right now, and some of them are actually more dense than others. So I want to show you a look outside right now with live cam. You can see that haze there off in the distance. That is the fog. Visibility at the airport is fine as temperatures are now in the low 50s, low to mid 50s, but you look out toward Hondo, visibility is at 0. Visibility is down to 1/4 mile in New Braunfels, down to 0 in Pleasanton, and down to 2 miles in Kerrville. You can really see just how patchy this fog is as we zoom into San Antonio. Along 281, it's really not all that bad, but you go out toward JBSA Randolph in the eastern part of the county, and we're looking at visibility less than 1/4 mile, practically 0 down at Stinson, 0 near Hondo, visibility down to 1/4 mile in Seguin and New Braunfels. And there is a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock this morning, as we do anticipate the fog to really start to lift here within the next hour or two. Other than that, it's going to be a beautiful sunny Sunday. We'll be looking at temperatures in the mid 70s around noon and 82 degrees for the high. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. A lot to unpack in the week ahead. So early in the week, it's going to be humid. We're going to be dealing with morning fog and drizzle every single day with highs in the 80s. Wednesday, there's a question mark. I'm calling it Wacky Wednesday because the biggest question is, will a front actually move through San Antonio on Wednesday? That could result in a 20-degree temperature difference from what's forecast right now. So it's important for us to keep our eyes on Wednesday. Meanwhile, more confident about a stronger front arriving on Friday at some time, and it could produce a few storms. So this is a quick rundown of what we expect in the week ahead. I'll be giving more details on this.
Driver sideswiped another car and rolled over several times before landing on the frontage road. The driver is now in custody of police for suspicion of driving under the influence. One person in the car that was hit was taken to the hospital.
All right, none of the latest in the legislature. A Texas House property tax bill. It's calling for $17 billion in cuts and a stricter cap on school districts' taxes. So the Texas House Speaker, his main priority is the property tax. And, that proposal was actually revealed this week under the proposal that the state would cut district property taxes by, get this, 28%. Now, there would also be a tighter cap on how much more school districts can tax property owners each and every year. Tax experts warn that lowering the appraisal cap would actually have a lot of ripple effects, like creating vast inequities in those who pay property taxes and upending, possibly, Texas's housing market. All right, San Antonio police still working this morning, trying to get to the bottom of a shooting at a motel on the east side that ended with one man shot and killed.
That shooting happened just before 4:30 yesterday at the Upland Inn Motel on I-10. That's near Houston Street. Police say a couple was in their room when the man allegedly walked in, and he was not invited. The man inside told police he felt compelled to shoot and fired several shots.
All right, the alleged intruder later pronounced dead at the scene. As of now, still unclear if the man who fired the shots will face any criminal charges. Your morning headlines: another Norfolk Southern freight train derailing in Ohio, this time in Springfield. Authorities ordered residents there to stay in their homes just out of an abundance of caution. Again, this is the second train derailment, the same company, the second one. This one, 20 cars of a 212 freight train jumping the tracks just yesterday. Luckily, none of those cars carrying hazardous materials. An investigation now underway, trying to figure out why this all happened and why it continues to happen.
Some mountain towns in Southern California are running out of food and supplies as the major winter storm pummels the area. Residents have been snowed in for days, desperate for emergency government resources. The town's only grocery store, Goodwin and Sons, is gone after a roof collapsed on Wednesday morning. Thursday, its owners began giving away everything they had left to hungry residents. California residents desperate for help wrote a message in the snow right there to bring attention where food and supplies are dwindling.
So you might remember her from the last election, the author, Marianne Williamson, formally announcing just yesterday that she is running on the Democratic ticket for president in 2024. So remember, this is her second bid for the White House following that unsuccessful campaign in 2020. Williamson says she is motivated to explore another run, in part by what she says is the influence of corporate money on the political system, leading to economic injustice for millions of Americans. The 70-year-old is an author who has never held political office.
Well, federal prosecutors say Sam Bankman-Fried should be allowed to have a flip phone with no internet capability while on bail. The attorneys for the former FTX cryptocurrency exchange founder also support the proposal, which also calls for Bankman-Fried to have a basic laptop with limited functions. He will also be restricted from the internet. The proposals come after the judge found a threat of witness tampering and said he could possibly revoke his bail. He has been charged with multiple counts of conspiracy and fraud and has pled not guilty.
Well, back here at home, hey, go Clark. Cougars, bring it home. Clark fans packing the Alamo Dome last night, seeing the Cougars in the UIL Class 6A state championship game, taking on the DeSoto Eagles. An exciting matchup, and in the end, what us here at home were rooting for. Clark coming home with the W, with the championship, with the glory, the first state title. The final score, 42-37. Before we go to the soundbite, Sarah Spivey.
Go Cougars! Proud alumnus here. Way to go, girls. We're so proud of you. Thanks for representing San Antonio in a great way.
Woo! Go
Cougars!
All right. Another local basketball team we like to talk about, the Spurs. Our San Antonio Spurs having a chance to win 3 straight games for the first time since the season began back in October, and they're hosting a team that's not that great, the Rockets. So let's take a look. Here at home, love the court design, love the jerseys, love this guy, Jeremy Sohan. First quarter, Bates Diop coming out with a loose ball, finding Jeremy Sohan, spins, wait for it, look at this, beautiful finish, the slam. Spurs down by 1, then KBD, wait for it again, poking the ball away, defense to offense. Sohan picking it up, and there he is. Layup no good, but don't worry. KBD back for the follow. Spurs lead 32-29 after 1 second quarter. Devontae Graham, new Spur, catches fire from behind the arc. He hit 5 threes, 3 within a span of just 2 minutes. He scored 20 points in the first half alone. The Rockets, though, rallying with a number of high-flying dunks, taking the lead 70-68 into halftime. So what comes after halftime? We go to the third quarter. Look at this. Playing from behind. Graham, beautiful bounce pass to the Rook. Jeremy Sohan slams. San Antonio trailing by 5. Then off the miss, Charles Bassey, another new Spur, right there to tip it in. Fiesta-themed Spurs, my favorite jersey, only down by 5 heading into the fourth. Bassey getting the Spurs' first points of the final frame. Beautiful floater. San Antonio had 14 off the bench, but the Rockets poured it on after that, outscoring San Antonio 27-20 in the fourth. The Spurs' winning streak, or what would have been a winning streak, now broken 122-110.
We didn't shoot the ball in the second half very well, 33% overall and 25 from 3. So that's going to make the half tough. But we turned it over some more, gave up 10 more points on turnovers, 25 in all for the night. So if you're not shooting it well in that second half and you're turning it over, you're going to have a problem. But I'm going to give them credit. I thought they were more physical than we were, and they had a little bit more bounce in their step.
All right, don't worry. We still had a lot more games tonight, and we have a familiar foe. Hey, let's run it back. Spurs hitting the road, taking on the Rockets again tonight at 6 p.m.
Go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. All right, so we've all heard of a rain delay, things in baseball like that. What about a parrot delay?
No, that is definitely a first. That's what happened when a pair of parrots invaded a college women's softball game in Central Florida. CNN's Jenny Mose has a story.
They took the field, causing a flap.
There are multiple parrots on the field.
2 to be exact, delighting.
Just gorgeous birds.
And freaking out the women's softball players. at the University of Central Florida's field, causing an umpire to duck.
Rain delay, yes, but parrot delay? That's absolutely a first.
Chad Steers was the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh!
When one of the parrots made a home on his shoulder.
I felt the wind from the wings and a gasp from the crowd.
Let's go to the replay.
Oh, one just landed on the umpires.
Chad was so unfazed, he pretended to put on his mask as if to resume the game with a parrot on him. When he tried to touch the bird, the parrot retreated to the other shoulder. Who are these mystery birds?
Tiki's the one who eventually got tired and decided to land on the umpire.
Megan Brown owns Tiki and Lilu. She was letting them fly free behind the stadium. They always come back.
Hi, baby.
During our interview, the parrots dislodged her glasses, attacked the lens and pecked it.
Hi, Lilu.
And perched on Megan's head. She says she's a little surprised Tiki didn't nip the umpire when he touched him at the feisty age of 8 months, but Chad loved Tiki.
It was just a great moment.
After about half a minute, one of the grounds crew lured the bird to him and escorted Tiki out. The umpire's co-workers teased him.
And this is sitting on my desk,
Who cares about calling balls and strikes when you're the target of a bird strike? Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
There's a lot here.
I love that they were escorted out.
Yeah. The groundskeeper, so calm, cool, and collected. Just,
excuse me, sir. It's time to go.
But yeah, I mean,
great story.
Love it. Everyone's so lighthearted about it. 841, 58 degrees out.
Green juices have made their debut as a miracle juice by influencers and celebrities everywhere, but there could be danger lurking in those dark green delights. After the break, what you need to know to stay healthy and, more importantly, safe.
All right, let's take a live look out of the Alamo City. 58 degrees now. You can't see too much from this camera angle. What does the rest of the day look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. Do you drink the green juices and whatnot?
I did for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you stop?
Because it takes a long time to make.
That's fair. All right, so green juices have taken the media by storm and Sarah Costa. However, they contain a few chemicals that can actually cause kidney stones and inflammation in the gut.
Not good. Store-bought juices such as Naked and Bolt House brands contain a whopping 33 grams of sugar and upwards to 270 calories.
I feel like you drink them to avoid the calories and sugar.
So Jonathan Cotto has the dangers to watch out for when you're thinking about drinking your greens. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Max. And we all love those green juices, but not many of them are packaged correctly. They're marketed to look healthy. What's fashionable isn't always scientific. Experts say that consuming green juices can also contain high levels of thallium, a toxic heavy metal. Many leafy greens like kale, spinach, and collards also contain high oxalate levels, which can cause inflammation when consumed in large amounts. Another thing to watch out for when buying green juices is packaging. Experts say ignore the claims front on the bottle and study the ingredients list on the back. Look for 100% juice and whole foods. Now, experts also recommend that if you're going to drink juice, stick to the recommended amount intake, which is no more than 8 ounces a day for adults and no more than 4 to 6 ounces for children. But if you're having any doubts, just make sure that the juice contains the vegetable that you want to drink. Max and Sarah.
All right, Jonathan Cotto, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jonathan.
All right, so today could be lining up as one of the most beautiful days of the year. We saw, hi Sarah Spivey, welcome. We saw yesterday, picture perfect outside, 15,000 steps?
Got 15,000 steps.
Wow. What are you at right now?
Hold on, let me check.
We're gonna check.
Hold on, I'm at 1 mile.
Nice.
That's good
for you.
Yeah. You know what? Today's going to be another beautiful day. We just have to get through this fog that we're seeing out there right now in areas around San Antonio. It's not too bad where this camera is, but as you can see off in the distance on the horizon, you can see that fog. Visibility is still a perfect 10 miles at the airport. It's 54 degrees, but you look elsewhere and you can really see where the visibility is worse. Take a look out toward Hondo. Visibility down to a quarter of a mile, down to 0 in Pleasanton, down to 0 in Gonzales. Visibility down to a quarter of a mile for New Braunfels and Seguin. And in fact, I went ahead here and turned on the satellite. You can see that there's a hole in good visibility up all along 281 there nearer to downtown. But otherwise, most of us are dealing with some of these low clouds and fog. Visibility is down to a quarter of a mile rather at Stinson and down to less than that at JBSA Randolph. We will, however, be seeing this fog lift here in the next hour or two. Right now, though, it's 54 at Port SA, a cool 56 in Seguin, 58 in New Braunfels, 55 in Bandera, 56 in Kerrville, and 57 in Devine. As you look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, again, that fog is going to lift here within the next hour or so. Then we're going to see total sunshine and quick warm-up. By noon, we'll be at 75 degrees. In the afternoon, we'll be looking at highs in the 80s, right around 82 in San Antonio. And this evening's going to be pretty mild. I mean, once the sun sets, we'll be looking at temperatures still in the 70s and even 60s. So again, it's not going to be necessarily a cool evening. Elsewhere, though, highs are going to be hotter, especially out to the west. 87 in Del Rio, 87 in Carrizo Springs, near 90 degrees in Laredo, 85 in Uvalde. Around San Antonio, though, low 80s are a safe bet. We'll be looking at highs in the low 80s for areas like Stinson, Converse, Seguin, Canyon Lake, again, all right around 80, 82 degrees. Now, even though we are seeing a little bit of fog out there right now, in the afternoon, the humidity is really not going to be much of an issue. It's still going to feel comfortable, but that changes tomorrow in a big way. And in fact, for most of the week next week, this upcoming week, we're going to be seeing dew points in the 60s, noticeably humid. So that translates to morning fog and, yes, even patchy drizzle throughout the week, just about every morning for your morning commute. So plan accordingly as you're planning your week. There will be areas of patchy drizzle and fog every day this week in the morning. Now, one big question mark over our week is what is going to happen Wednesday. Let me show you the future cast here. A cold front is going to be moving through North Texas on Wednesday. The question is, can that cold front make it all the way to San Antonio? We're going to be having a lot of humidity pumping in from the south. Will that cold front have enough oomph to make it to San Antonio? Right now, it doesn't look like it will. However, that could change. On Wednesday, the high we're forecasting right now is 80 degrees. But if that front moves through, if it does have enough oomph, we could be looking at a 20-degree temperature difference, cooler than 80 degrees, highs in the 60s potentially on Wednesday. What's more certain is that there will be another front on Friday that's going to cool us down even more, and it'll bring a small window for some showers and storms on Friday, about 30% coverage. That's about it for now. Again, it's not going to be a big rainmaker for us, but it's something to keep our eye on, especially because it's spring, and around the spring we do get those stronger storms. So we'll keep an eye on that forecast on Friday, but I'm really interested to see if that front can make it through on Wednesday. That would make a big difference to our forecast.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah. Just about 8:51, 58 degrees out.
Well, during the spring season, you may find yourself tackling some spring cleaning. Coming up tomorrow on GMSA, we'll tell you what things you should consider when doing so.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. So Baskin-Robbins, pride of my childhood, they announced their newest flavor of the month for March, and it's chicken and waffles.
Can't be bad.
I'm very excited.
Okay, so they also announced 3 other flavors.
Pralines and cream,
okay,
and chocolate chip, and wild and reckless.
Oh, I like wild and reckless.
I'm wondering.
You don't even know what it tastes like.
I just feel like I'm going to like it.
It's probably wild and reckless flavor combinations like peanut butter and pickle.
Oh.
Or, like, I don't know.
Like potato chips and ice cream?
Oh, yeah, like the kitchen sink kind of like.
How would you do potato chips and ice cream flavored ice cream?
Oh, it
There's
happens.
a Jerry Garcia flavor
What?
that's like that. It's so
Ben and Jerry's.
Oh,
Ben and
I'm sorry.
Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's. No, but I think it's Jerry Garcia's flavor for Ben and Jerry's.
No, Jerry Garcia's flavor for Ben and Jerry's is
We're
Cherry
running out of time.
Garcia.
How about we give people one last look at the weather?
Cherry Garcia is my favorite. All right, we are seeing some fog out there this morning. You can see in the satellite, but that will be dissipating in the next about an hour or two. So we'll be left with total sunshine later on this afternoon. 81 for the high. We'll have morning fog and clouds just about every single day this week with highs in the 80s. One big question mark is how cool will it actually be on Wednesday as a front hangs out in North Texas. Otherwise, a chance for some isolated storms on Friday. Again, Cherry Garcia.
So is
Maybe
today...
it's Jimmy Fallon's Ben and Jerry's flavor. I don't know.
Thank you so much for being patient with us. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Great photo to leave them with.